Hello dear students, myself Bhagwan Sarode from Gokul Education Society's JDC Bitco English Medium High School, Nasik Road. Welcome back on my YouTube channel, Learn 8th Standard English Textbook. In previous video, we had learned Unit 1.3, that is the poem, The Pilgrim. Today, we are going to learn Unit 1.4, that is the lesson, Revthis Musical Plan. Dear students, first we will see warming up exercise. First activity is discuss in groups and share your answer with the class. Dear students, the activity number first you have to do only by yourself. Dear students, activity number second, affirmative and negative sentences. This activity we will learn in next video. Today, we are going to learn a beautiful story, that is Unit 1.4, Revthis Musical Plants. This story shows a beautiful relationship between melodious music and plants' behavior. Now, let's learn the story of Revthis Musical Plants. First, we will read the first paragraph, then I will explain it with glossary. Revati was a student of music. She was happy playing on her violin whenever she was free. There was a small open courtyard in front of her house with a small cement bench. She would sit on the bench and practice on her violin. There were a few potted plants in the courtyard. While playing on the violin one day, she noted a pot of balsam plants near the wall. The plants were not looking normal. They had pale green leaves and their growth was stunted. She remembered she had learned in the lower classes that plants need light for normal growth. She shifted the pot to the center of the courtyard where there was ample sunlight. Glossary. Balsam. It means a plant usually with the pink or white flowers grown in gardens. Second, stunted. It means slow down or stop growth. Now let's see next paragraph. While shifting the pot, an idea struck Revati. Why not participate in the best plan contest, which was to be held in her colony a few weeks later? Then and there, she decided to participate. Thus, making up her mind, she watered the plants and sat down on the bench and started playing her violin. She was very fond of the Raga Mohanam. She played the raga for some time and then went in for her studies. Every day, Revati would sit on the bench and watch her potted plants. They were growing well and looking healthier than the other plants in the far end of the courtyard. One day, as she was playing, she noticed a movement in her potted plants. They were slowly moving their stems, bending slightly toward her. She wondered why they were moving as there was no breeze. It struck her as odd. Glossary. Breeze. It means a light, gentle wind. Next, struck her as odd. It means to seem very strange. The next evening, too, she played on her violin as usual and watched the potted plants with care. After some time, like the previous day, there was a definite movement in her plants. They all bent towards her. This astonished and surprised her. The day also there was no breeze. Revati sat on the bench and played a different tune, one with a quick rhythm. She suddenly saw all the plants turn away from her as though they did not like what she was playing. Then she started playing her favorite tune again, and the plants slowly straightened themselves and bent towards her. Her sunrise became a certainty. Her plants loved to hear her favorite tune. Glossary. Sunrise. It means suppose something is true. She kept the knowledge a secret. She did not tell anyone, not even her mother. There were only a few days left for the prize distribution. To her great surprise, Revati found her potted plants not only taller and healthier than other balsam plants, but that they had started flowering a few days earlier than the other plants. The flowers were big and brightly colored, and one of the plants had an unusual kind of flowers. The flowers were mauve with the white strips. That evening she knew she would definitely get the prize for the best plant. She went to bed dreaming of her plants and the new types of flowers. The next day was the all important day. She got up in the morning and went straight to the courtyard to see her plants. Revti blinked for a few minutes, for there was neither the pot nor the plants. She looked to see if someone had moved the pot. She searched all over. She asked her mother. Her mother said she knew nothing either about the pot or the plants. Some of the neighbors had been to their house the previous afternoon and had remarked at the beautiful flowers and the healthy looking plants in the pot. But later she had been busy inside the house and had been not to the courtyard. Glossary: Mauve. It means of a pale purple color. Revti's grief knew no bounds. She went around asking every one of her neighbors, but no one had been anywhere near the pots of plants. She could not lodge a complaint for a pot of plants. She felt as though everything was lost. She did not mind not getting the prize, but she really missed her plants. She had grown very fond of them. They were her friends who enjoyed her music. That evening, all her friends were going to the prize distribution ceremony. She did not want to attend, but her friends forced her to. After reaching the place, she went to the benches where the potted plants were displayed. Revati was shocked. There was her pot of plants on bench, with the name of a distant neighbor of hers as the competitor written on a small piece of cardboard and placed in the soil. Glossary: Knew no bounds. It means have no limits. She knew it was her pot of plants. She went to the organizers of the show and told them about it. The organizers were not convinced. They said, "How can you prove that the plants are yours? The lady who submitted them is a regular participant. How can we doubt her?" Revati wondered how to convince them. She sat there for a few minutes looking at the plants. The sight of plants bending towards her while she played her violin flashed across her mind. She told the organizers that she could prove the plants were hers. She ran home. When she returned a few minutes later with her violin, they started laughing. But their ridicule did not deter her from her mission. She told them, "I knew my plants and I share a secret with them. My plants are music lovers like me, and you could see how they respond when I play to them." Glossary: Ridicule. It means make fun of. Second, deter. It means discourage. Third, mission. An important task undertaken. They all laugh louder, saying that they had never heard of plants enjoying music. They asked her, "Do plants have ears like us to enjoy your music?" No one believed her. She felt very dejected, but was determined to win her plants back. She sat near her plants with her violin and slowly started playing her favorite raga. Engrossed in her music, Revati even forgot her plants for a time, but the others could not. With wonder in their eyes, they watched the plants. Straight at first, they bent slightly as she played on and on. Their stems bent towards Revati as though they wanted to touch her. In their happiness, the organizers were stunned. Glossary: Dejected. It means sad, disappointed. Stunned. It means astonished and amazed. They had watched a new phenomenon of plants responding to music and Revti had become a great discoverer. They all applauded her and said they were convinced that the plants were hers. They pulled her neighbors up for cheating them, and she accepted after a long argument that she had stolen Revti's plant. She said while walking past Revti's house, she had spotted the plants and had removed the pot in the night to her house and submitted it later for the contest. As she was a regular participant, no one doubted her. The authorities decided that Revti's plant deserved the first prize as they were the best looking and healthy. Revti carried home the prize proudly with her pot of plants. Glossary: phenomenon. It means an occurrence or a wonder. Second, applauded. It means show praise by clapping. Third, pull up. It means to tell someone they have done something wrong. Students, here we have completed the reading of the story. Now let's learn the story of Revti's musical plants. This story shows a beautiful relationship between melodious music and plants' behavior. The lesson Revti's musical plants is based on the unique relationship of the central character of the story, Revti, her balsam plant, and music. The story begins by introducing Revti, who was a student of music. She used to sit on a cement bench in her courtyard and played music on her violin whenever she was free. One day, she observed that the balsam plants near wall were not growing properly. So she shifted the pot in the middle of the courtyard to get them ample sunlight. The plants were growing faster. Then an idea struck in Revti's mind to participate in the best plant contest in her colony. One day, Revti was playing her favorite tune, the Raga Mohanam. She noticed that the plants turned toward her as they like it. Of course, she could not believe it, but later she convinced that the plants indeed turned to her as she played the tune. The plants were growing healthier and flowering too. She kept all this secret to herself. In the next day, Revti sat on bench and played a different tune. She suddenly saw all the plants turn away from her, as though they did not like that tune. She come to know that her plants love to hear her favorite tune, that is Raga Mohanam. The night before the competition, Revti went to bed dreaming about her plants. On the day of best plant contest, the pot was not in her courtyard. After asking her mother, she realized that some neighbor had been to their courtyard the last day. Revti was dejected, but her friend forced her to attend the prize distribution of ceremony of the contest. When she reached there, she was shocked by seeing her plants were displayed with the name of her neighbors as their competitor. Revti complained to the organizers, but they were not believing. To convince the organizers, Revti got her violin and started to play Raga Mohanam. As if mesmerized by the music, her balsam plants turned towards her and reached out to her. The organizers who saw this miracle were convinced at once and reprimanded the neighbor. They declared Revti the winner of the contest. Revti went home happily with the prize and her potted plants. In short, Revti's musical plants. This story gives us a lesson that even plants respond to good music. Revti grows a small pot of plants for her best plant competition. The plants bend towards her when she plays Raga Mohanam on her violin. The pot is stolen before the day of plant competition. When she reaches school, she shocked that the same pot is kept with the name of other competitor. She plays her favorite tune, Raga Mohanam, proves that she is the owner of the plants. And organizers also convinced that She is the owner of the plants. Her neighbor accepts that she stole that plants during the night, and organizers declare Revti the winner of the contest. Revti went home happily with the prize and her potted plants. Thus, here we have completed the story Revti's musical plants. Dear students, homework for you. Write the answer of the questions from English workshop which is given on textbook page number 20 and 21 and learn it. In next video, we will learn grammar topic, that is types of sentences. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.